What's up, folks? It's Eric from Option Edge, and today I want to show you the one indicator that may predict the next bull run in Bitcoin. Listen up and watch to find out. Let's go. What's up, folks? It's Eric from Option Edge, and I want to show you one of my favorite indicators for trading crypto, and that is the Ichimoku Cloud. You may have heard of this, you may have not, but what I like about it is there's a couple different criteria that can really signal when something like Bitcoin or even a stock per se flips from bearish to bullish or bullish to bearish, and it's very easy to tell based on this indicator. This is the indicator. You can see it's called the Ichimoku Cloud for a reason. You can see there's this line with some shaded area, that is actually the cloud. There's three other lines associated with it. There is this blue line, which is called the conversion line. And then there's this red line called the baseline. And then behind that is the lagging span, which is this purple line here. So when all of these different indicators are combined together, you can enter or exit trades based on these parameters. So like I said before, the Ichimoku Cloud allows you to visibly see what type of trend you're in. And right now you can see that the cloud is green and that the price action is above the cloud. So those are two of the criteria for what would be bullish action with this indicator. So you would see that the cloud's green and that price is above the cloud. The next part of the Ichimoku Cloud that you want to look for that signals bullishness is the conversion line versus the baseline. So the blue line versus the red baseline. Basically, they're EMAs, exponential moving averages. The blue line's fast, the red line is slower. So when the blue line crosses above or is above, that signals a bullish trend. That occurred a couple days ago. Last week, Sunday, the blue line flipped above the red conversion line. The last criteria that signals bullishness is the lagging span. Now, not all Ichimoku Cloud traders pay attention to the lagging span, but I do. And the lagging span has to be above the cloud as well. So right now, this is signaling bullishness, and it really just flipped because the cloud, you can see, is just turning green. If we zoom out and sort of backtest this strategy, you can see that we haven't had a really green span with price above the cloud for quite some time. Let's go back here. Basically, the last that happened was back in October when we were at our highest highs of almost 70, 60K. You see we flipped bearish back in August, but the initial bull trend happened basically right after coronavirus here in April, May. It flipped and off to the races, and it never really, we did have price action go below the cloud almost, but maintained green cloud for that whole duration, and it was off to the races. So the question is, are we in that spot right now? Cloud's flipping green. Who knows? Maybe. Now, you can also use the Ichimoku Cloud to short a stock, obviously. So you would do all the opposite things that I mentioned for the bullish indicators as you would for the bearish indicators. So here's an example. We're looking at the 5-minute chart of Bitcoin. So you can see right now the cloud has literally just flipped from green to a small red cloud, which is one of our criteria. And you can see that the price of Bitcoin is now in the cloud. It has to break through and be underneath the cloud to trigger one of the 4 bearish criteria. And then the span above, the blue span, has to cross below the conversion line. So that still has to happen. And then the lagging span, which is buried under here, the purple line here, it's this purple line coming through. It's right in between the conversion line and the fast line. That has to go below the cloud as well. So if you were looking to trade this, this is the 5-minute chart. You can start to maybe get ready to short Bitcoin in the short term if you wanted to trade something that short. And here's the 1-minute chart. So here you can see that on the 1-minute chart that we have the red cloud, we have price below the cloud, and that the conversion line and baseline switched a couple minutes ago, and now you can see that the lagging line is below as well. So this trade might have triggered right around here, and it is continuing downward. So you can see it's a very powerful indicator, and I plan on using this more in my trading. So the title of this video is the ultimate crypto bullish indicator, and that's the Ichimoku Cloud that I like to use. And it doesn't have to just be for crypto. You could use it for stocks or equities. I do have the settings specific for crypto trading. I can go in another video about the settings that I use. But anyway, this is the weekly chart, and I think the weekly chart gives you the strongest buy signal. You might be a little bit late to the party, but you can see that during the run up over here, we flipped green probably around when Bitcoin is at 25K a year or two ago when that occurred. I really think that it's not going to give you a false signal or a head fake. On the daily, a couple times maybe you're getting a little bit of a head fake, but when this switches from right now, it's obviously we have price below the cloud is red, we have the baseline is above the conversion line, and the lagging span is under the cloud. So when all four of these things flip on the weekly chart, that's when you're going to know that we're back, that Bitcoin's back in that bull cycle, baby.